Exciting news if you are a fan of the Pixel A series, because it looks like the Pixel 9a is actually going to happen. Looks like it's going to be here even earlier this year with a possible launch date in March. And some new hardware stuff, some of the same. So looks like it's going to be just under a 6.3-inch display, a bump in the battery, looks like 5100 milliamp battery, and then the Tensor 4. But I'm getting some mixed signals on the Tensor 4. And the Tensor 4 has been fantastic in the rest of the Pixel 9 series. So we know that we're going to get probably some variation of it. But it looks like it might not be 100% the same Tensor 4 that's under the hood here. So I was reading one article that was saying that it looks like it might be the Tensor 4 core, but the modem from the same one they use in the Pixel 8. And if that happens, I will not be a happy camper. Why? Because the modem wasn't that great, and it took them until basically the Pixel 9 to get the main issues we had with the chipset fixed, which were the heat, the battery life, and the signal, right? And that's something that finally we got fixed with the Pixel 9 series phones, new modem, the Tensor 4. So I think it would be a big step backwards for basically no real legitimate reason. Maybe like $5 on their profit margin if they do backpedal and use the previous modem. That would be bad, because that would still create probably a lot of the same heat issues and the same battery drain issues and the same poor signal issues that we suffered even with the Pixel 8. Noted, the Pixel 8 was better than the Pixel 6 and the 7, but we've made significant strides with the Pixel 9. Let's not go back. Anyway, so just under a 6.3-inch screen, Tensor G4, and we're looking at Gorilla Glass Victus, Gorilla Glass 3 again, not Victus, IP68, 7.5 watt wireless charging, like 23 watt wired charging, and yeah, just some couple things here and there where they take it down a notch. 48 megapixel camera, probably the same one we've been using. It's the GN8 quad sensor, might be an updated version of it. But the A series traditionally has a good primary shooter anyway. And then the 13 megapixel ultra wide and selfie camera. So it won't be what you expect out of the normal Pixel 9 shooter, right? The Pixel 9 series camera is fantastic. So it won't be those cameras, but that's what we get with the A series. We get the dumbed down stuff, the leftovers that they want to use that are kind of in the bargain bin, but they still use the computational photography to church it up and make it look better. So that's what we see on the radar. Now, also a couple other things. It looks like it's going to have 120 gigabytes of storage, maybe a 256 model, 8 gigs of DDR5 RAM, UFS 3.1. They're saying the colors are going to be obsidian, porcelain, iris, which is a bluish purple, which I will probably love, and then peony, which is the popular pink color. And it's going to be $499, and if you want the Verizon's millimeter wave model, it'll be $549. So that's what we know so far, and it looks like it's going to be about 3 grams lighter, which whoopity-doo, nobody cares about that. Yeah, 6.285-inch actual display, so it's going to have HDR brightness up to like 2700 nits, regular brightness of 1800 nits, which is the actual display, not super Actua, and that's pretty much all the important stuff. Now, we've seen a couple renders. To me, it looks a lot like the LG G8. Like, it's very rounded, flat on the sides, much like the Pixel 9. But instead of having a raised camera bump, it'll be mostly almost like flat, like flush with the back of it. And you can see that. I showed you the leaked images. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But if it has the same typical camera prowess of an A-series phone, even though it looks like on paper not particularly amazing, especially when you stack it up with the regular Pixel 9, the Pixel 9 Pro series phones, then it'll probably still take pretty good photos. I mean, if you care about MKBHD or buy into any of his stuff, whenever it comes to his blind camera comparison that he does every year, the A-series typically come out on top in quite a few categories, if not like a full sweep, right? They do good. So Google knows how to take photos, and it's going to have 7 years of support. So 7 years of operating system updates, 7 years of security patches. I wish they would put the full-fledged Tensor 4 in there. And they had like a modified Tensor 3 with the Pixel 8a. It had like a different core or something like that, and I can't remember exactly. So I'm expecting a modified Tensor G4, and then it looks like we're not going to get the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which is a huge update, which I love. Like, the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner is so good, so accurate, and that's something that's really nice. And it looks like they're going to just bring back the optical. So $499, cut some corners, give you kind of the core Pixel experience, and still make a competitive mid-range phone. So if you believe in that, and we'll see where the OnePlus 13 comes in, the OnePlus 13R. These are things that we need to take into consideration because, I mean, heck, the OnePlus 12 will probably be about $599 by the time this sucker comes out. So you have some decisions to make in that department, right? You could get a year-old flagship, or you can get a modified Pixel 9 series phone. And there's been some good deals. If we're talking $499 for a brand new Pixel 9a, and then the Pixel 9 series was like $200 off or whatever, I mean, you could get it for as low as $599 or $579 a couple of weeks ago. I expect there'll probably be some more sales in the next couple weeks too. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's hard. It's really hard for me to recommend the A series when they come out because they're so close in price to the number series. Like the 8A was so close. The Pixel 8 had been basically the same price, if not $50 different, only a couple of weeks before it launched. So it's hard when you get like the Pixel 9 is a better phone, arguably in many ways, and you'll probably be able to get it very, very cheap or in close consideration to that price point. So I'll probably take a very similar stance if it pans out this way, because what my stance with the 8A was, no, it wasn't a $500 phone. I still don't think the 8A is a $500 phone. But when you can get it for $379, $399, it's one bang of a deal. Like, it's a good deal. So probably I'll take a similar stance with the Pixel 9a. I'll recommend you try and catch the Pixel 9 on sale before the A comes out or after, and then a few months later down the road when they're trying to compete with some of the other sales, because what also are we expecting to happen in the spring? What else might be happening in March or April? Rumored that the iPhone SE4 might come out. So I think Google is really trying to be more proactive. I think they realized quite a bit of success putting out the Pixel 9 before the iPhone 16 this year. So if they can get the Pixel 9a out a couple weeks before the iPhone SE4 and it's competitive, then I think that would probably in their mind move some more phones. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, possibly a March release date. And that would be very interesting because things are getting crazy in the phone world, right? I mean, the Pixel 9 came out 2 months early, and most other manufacturers are bumping theirs up by a couple of weeks. We're looking at a January release for the S25 series. So if we end up with the Pixel 9a series in March instead of, like, let's say May, June, or July, that would be a big jump and a big change of pace for these guys. And I don't hate it. I think the earlier they can get it out, the thing with the Pixel is people have to make a decision. It's not like, okay, people like, I love the iPhone, I'm just going to get it. Or I love Samsung, I'm just going to get it. If you can get the Google phone out before, people look at it, they look at the deals, they look at the pricing, they look at the history and the legacy, the AI and all those things, 7 years of support, and they're like, I could see myself doing that. Like they like visualize and go, maybe I'm tired of Apple, maybe I'm tired of Samsung. So it's better to get out before those products than after them, because then you're playing catch up and it's like, all right, yeah, they just went ahead and got the same old phone again and said screw it. So we'll see what happens. Pixel 9a, we talked about the specs, looked at the photos, and talked about some of the viability issues, and that's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, any of that stuff, go to the comment section, and I'll see if I can get back to you. We'll discuss it, have some conversation. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and a little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.